Have you got any dating advice? This is a question people ask me a lot after I ask them and then they give me their shitty advice, which I don't listen to, because I am a dating goddess. And the fact that people ask me that proves my point. So today I've decided to share my divine wisdom with you. Yes, I will defend that claim. I did my research, and according to my sources, which are myself, all goddesses of love are called Felicia Huntington the Eternal. Follow my advice and you'll eventually one day get a date that will at least work out mediocre. To demonstrate my dating power, we will seduce Emily in the game Emily is Away. I also had this other seduction game in my Steam library, but that includes premarital sex, and since I'm a goddess I will not tolerate that. First, pick a name and then an icon. Our screen name has to be subtle, but shows in which direction our conversation should go. So I decided on Felicia Eats Ass. When I went to Christian school, I've learned about a loophole that said anal before marriage is okay, because only the clit is referred to as Satan's doorbell. It's the year 2002, the probably someday soon ending and always humane war on terror has begun. Everyone's all-time favorite band, which will never embarrass themselves, made the song She Fucking Hates Me, and I hope this won't be foreshadowing. And the movie that influenced my dating game came out. As an icon I decided on the skater boy, because I hope she wants to see me later boy, and I hope I'll be good enough for her. Now decide an opener. Her favorite band is Coldplay, so what should be our opener? Coldplay. Cold. In Germany we have a saying, Gegensätze ziehen sich an. So what's a Gegensatz to cold? Hot. Where is it hot? In deserts.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Because, as I mentioned, Attack of the Clones is the base for every pickup artist. She then asked me if I like Coldplay. I said yes, so if I'm going to piss her off, I can quote fix you and she'll forgive me. We wrote a bit here and there, and she asked me to go to a party I did not know anything about, despite Brett being my best friend. I'm a German, I love Brett! But I decided to go there to tell him that this is not okay. And maybe I'll see Emily. She also asked me which school I attend. I picked art school, so in case she loves animals, I can draw her furry commissions. 2003. 1 year at art school and I'm severe depressed, which seems to be common when you're an artist. Ryder is now called Twix and French fries are now called Freedom Fries, because France don't want to support the probably soon ending war on terror, which will always be humane. A weird SRAS virus spreads from China, but it's definitely not more deadly than a regular influenza, so we should not be doing anything about it. We had a blackout in our neighborhood, and everybody's favorite author, J.K. Rowling, released his 5th book of the Harry Potter series. Linkin Park made their 2nd album, but who cares, Limp Bizkit are better in every way. Opener, hello there. She asked me about art school, but it sucks.
It sucks! I'm sorry.
Because our art school mates are pricks and we are demanded to work with them. She then starts talking about her boyfriend, which could be problematic if polyamory wasn't a thing. It sure isn't now, but we can introduce her to that. Therefore, we support her and her sometimes very rough arguing boyfriend. Then I had to go to a terrible group project, and I hope we'll stay in touch. 2004. We didn't stay in touch. I went to summer camp, the first time in my life. George W. Bush is elected for a 2nd term so he can finish the soon-to-be-ended rarely inhumane war on terror. Facebook has been invented, but I don't think it will ever become a thing unless there will be groups and news sites to deny scientific facts. The EU expanded and now welcomed some countries that definitely won't be exploited by the EU structures. And environmental laws have been loosened, since it's common knowledge that global warming is just a hoax by Asia to slow down our ethically flawless, perfectly working economy. Hans Zimmer's music peaked in the movie Shark Tales, and ironically a band named Franz Ferdinand became famous with their song Take Me Out, even though someone in the early 20th century did take Franz Ferdinand out, which luckily did not lead to any consequences. And suddenly, Emily wrote me after 1 fucking year. I just met a new girl named Emma, which I got to know thanks to Mike, to whom Emma introduced me. But fuck off, Emily is better. She has more different letters in her name. Also, I'm very sorry to the Emma who is a close friend of mine. I won't betray you for an Emily. Unless she asked us why we did not kiss at her ex-boyfriend's party back in the days. I said because I did not intend to screw her, because as I said, premature sex is a sin. And then she invited herself over. I'm obviously happy about it, but I still have work to do, therefore we met around the campus. 2005. George W. Bush started his second term as president, so he can finally finish the soon-ending, maybe occasionally inhumane war on terror. The bird flu started, but it's definitely not worse than a regular influenza, therefore nobody cares. And prisoners in Guantanamo went on a hunger strike, which is unnecessary, because they haven't been fed anyways! The Revenge of the Sith was released, and so was the first Batman movie. Also, Mariah Carey shared her opinion on human trafficking, and Bullet for My Valentine predicted a future German YouTuber. Emily wrote me about last year. We didn't hook up, but we both thought it could maybe be possible. Not because I'm a fraud and bad at dating, but because great art takes time, and I think 3 years aren't enough for my work of art. We talked a bit and asked ourselves if we'll ever be the same. Well, of course not, it will be way better. She agreed, but said she needs more time and that we'll definitely stay in touch again. 2006. I haven't heard from Emily in a year, but 2006 was awesome. Bush asked to allow to break the Geneva Convention in order to win the soon-to-be-ended, maybe sometimes inhumane war on terror. E. coli breaks out, but it's not worse than a regular influenza, so nobody cares. Superman came back with a movie almost as good as the N64 game. Coldplay did something, but I don't care, I don't even like them. Morrissey did music and didn't shut up about his fucking shitty beliefs. And I get the feeling that Jerry Seinfeld is working on the best animated movie of all time after Shark Tale. I decided to revisit the good old days by writing to Emily the good old message, I don't like sand. She then revisited the old days by telling me she's back together with Brad, which could be concerning regarding our current relationship, but I don't mind. I'm a conversation pro. So, how are you? What are your plans for this weekend? How's the weather? How are your wife and children? Then I realized I failed. My thought to be flawless dating skills have a loophole, so I did the unthinkable and gave up. Except no! As I said, I'm a dating god, and therefore I can do time travel. I get help from other pickup artists. I bought every book from Rouge V and Matt Forney to educate myself by paying others to tell me what they think women think. Then go back in time and get Emily. First of all, every book tells me to try, which I am doing. They say that their tips sometimes fail, but I don't think they will. Maybe Emily is the 1 in 100 where it could work. The only reason why it sometimes may not work is because women became way too powerful and taught to get everything they want, just like the gays. So said Rouge V at least. But this game takes place in 2002. The evil third wave feminism hasn't been invented. Neither did political correctness. Can't we just go back to the good old days where we had to suppress our own emotions in order to shame those who show them? Wait, that's all the advice they give. Shame their feelings, never appreciate them, and also don't perform oral sex on women for some reason. Rouge distanced himself from his best friend after realizing he's not going to fuck her. And she tried harder being his friend, not because she does not want his friendship to fall apart. No, because women are attracted to assholes. That's the spirit.